Welcome back to nuestro rinconcito de reflexión. Yeah.
This is our 4th episode.
Woohoo.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
You want to say your name?
My name is Sandy.
Yo soy Yolanda. And today we are going to do our 4th episode. It almost feels surreal that we're into a month.
I know, it's been a month already.
Yeah.
The weeks go by so fast. Ya cuando acuerdo, it's like, have I already thought about the topics?
Procrastinating. Yeah, I was trying not to do that this week and I ended up doing it anyways.
I know, that's why. When you said that, I was like, yeah, we shouldn't procrastinate. And then I was like,
fuck it.
Yeah, it happened. But I mean, like, we still did it on time.
Yeah.
Pero it's been weird because, like, ya cuando acuerdo, ya es jueves otra vez. And I'm like, oh, today I'm going.
Yeah.
Today we're
going. Yeah, me too. Kind of throws me off because on Tuesday, I'm like, todavía tengo tiempo.
Yeah. And then it's like the next
Wednesday,
day.
And you're like, no.
It's tomorrow.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
How are you feeling today?
I've been feeling weird. I've been feeling a lot of just movement in my life right now. So it's I'm a little out of it, but I'm here. How about you?
Change is good.
Change is good. There's always growth with change, but it doesn't make going through it any easier.
Yeah,
you know?
It doesn't.
How about you? How are you feeling this week?
I'm feeling good. The kids aren't here, so today I definitely went through, like, I don't know. It was weird because I have, like, separation anxiety from them. Like, very bad. Like, this morning I was, like, crying. So it was hard. But especially, like, when I would go upstairs, I, like, didn't go upstairs after my first break because I was like, I don't want to see that they're not here.
So what did you do?
On lunch, I got ready.
Oh.
And then on break, I went and washed.
Yeah, it's because there's, like, this level where you sleep and then the main level and then the kids.
Yeah, so it was just hard. I just kept thinking, like, they're sleeping. But
it didn't feel, like, a little good to kind of have just, like, a little bit of quiet and not to be, like, pulled in, like, a million directions.
Yeah, I guess it did, but I think it feels better when you get used to it. Since I'm not, it was kind of scary.
Como vas a sentir a gusto, and then Monday you're gonna be like,
oh my god, why didn't I take advantage? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's hard. It's weird. It happens to me too, dude, because me acostumbra que mi papá y ya estén en la casa when they are, and then when they're not there and I'm by myself, I'm kind of like,
what do I do with myself?
Dude, actually the other day, I didn't think anybody was home. I heard my dad leave, and Yaya hadn't been home the night before. I was just in the kitchen doing whatever, and I heard, like, I heard a creak in, like, the floorboards, and I was like, what the heck? So I, like, started walking towards, like, my room, and, like, Yaya was, like, coming down the stairs, and she scared the crap out of me, dude. I almost punched her.
Oh, hell no.
I was like, when did you get here? And she was like, I've been in my room. I was like, girl. So I know what you mean.
No.
I can't imagine though, but it's a million times worse with kids.
Yeah.
But actually, that's perfect because in our topic today, we're going to be talking about change.
Yeah.
Changes just around us.
That we've noticed in our life. Do you want to start with the first question?
Yeah. The first question was, how did people around you change when you started this journey? When you awoke? When you awakened? When you woke up?
Yeah.
How do you even say that?
I had it differently. That's why. How has your awakening changed the people around you?
Oh, there you go. How has the awakening changed the people around you? I feel like just a little bit of context. Before I had my awakening, before I had my Noche Oscura del Alma, we all were like this, I think, no? We would drink a lot. Like, it was this big thing in our family to, like, always be drinking and always be going out, and we'd smoke. Every now and then we'd smoke marijuana, and it was, like, just the normal. Like, we would get together to drink, we would get together to smoke, we would get together to stay up all night till 5 a.m, and it was normal. Like, it was normal to get so drunk to the point where you were, like, blacked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember.
And
I would always be the designated driver, but
yeah, you would.
because
But
I was always pregnant.
you're pregnant a couple times,
Twice.
twice.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've been pregnant 3 times. But
When we were
yeah.
going through this. Yeah.
So I feel like when tuve mi noche oscura del alma, not right away, over time, my body started like rejecting the alcohol. Even now, that day we went to a party and Juan had like a mixed drink, and I was like, let me try it. And I tried it, and it's just like, no me pasa. Like, it's just like disgusting. Even wine, like, I used to be into drinking like red wine. Y ahora I'm like, qué asco. Like, I can't. Entonces, I stopped drinking. I started um, getting more into all this manifestation, meditation. And with that comes into meditation. Sorry, I didn't mean manifestation. And with that, I feel like comes like a mentality change, you know? You kind of start noticing things in people and you're like, eh. You notice like things that you put up with, like certain family members that maybe are always nagging at you. Not nagging, but que siempre te están reclamando.
O juzgando.
O juzgando, or a lo mejor just giving you and reclamándote a ti over other people because they can't face the other person to actually tell them. And when you draw that line and when you're kind of like, I'm not doing this anymore, it upsets them. Y siento que a mí me pasó que I had this interaction like that where I was kind of like, I'm done, like, we're not doing this anymore. And it wasn't nice. Like, I didn't go off on her, but I was not what you would consider respectful, you know? I wasn't disrespectful, but I feel like in our culture, it's like always respect your elders and don't talk back and don't do this. So, del sentido de yo defenderme y de yo decir, ¿sabes qué? Hasta aquí llegaste, ya déjame en paz, was disrespectful.
Yeah.
Because of our culture. But, um, so yeah, I drew a line with a lot of people. I stopped going to places. I stopped going to parties. And even now, like, if I still go to a party, it's like, 8, 9 o'clock, it's time to go.
I'm the same.
So it's like,
Ya no me llama la atención ir al baile.
dude, sometimes I see people dancing y me dan ganas, but then when I've gone out to parties, it's so overstimulating. Like the music, it's so loud, and then everybody talking, and then once everybody starts getting drunk, it's uncomfortable because everybody's around you, kind of like acting a certain way, and you're kind of just sitting there sober, like, this is miserable.
Yeah. And then you're like, that's what I did?
Girl, and then actually I was listening to something today that said, I can't remember, I think it was Life Path 1, so like numerology, right? Que los unos, when we drink, we're aggressive. And I feel like I'm not physically aggressive, but I kind of get like in people's faces and I get loud and I get like pushy. So it's like that was like my first red flag when like I kind of started noticing a pattern of me being like a microaggression when I was drunk. I was kind of like, ooh, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Me sentía mal the next day. But kind of things like that, right? It was also kind of like this thing where we were always on it, like me personally, ¿no? Siempre quería andar metida en algo, no podía estar en paz. Ni un minuto, no me gustaba tener like ni un minuto de silencio porque it was scary tener que escuchar mis pensamientos y tener que escucharme a mí, especially because, not to keep referencing it, but it was around the time of that first breakup I had. And como para no querer voltear para atrás, I had to keep going forward, you know? So I was constantly like, go, 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 go.
Yeah.
So ya cuando ya pues I had this noche oscura de mi alma, when I had my awakening, me dejé de hacer todas esas cosas y a lot of people se empezaron a alejar. Me dolió mucho al principio. Me acuerdo que con unas amistades me sentía mal. I was like, why don't you want to be my friend anymore? Like, what did I do wrong? And I would try extra hard to like try to keep them in my life. Like, texting them or trying to do things with them so that they would still want to be my friend, but I wasn't drinking, so I wasn't fun to them anymore. Entonces, I felt like it went like that for a while. Like we had interactions with people and I would kind of be like, why aren't people as attracted to me now as they were when I was drinking? And then slowly like time passed. I don't know, just time passed and I just kind of got me acostumbré. Me acostumbré a estar yo sola con Juan o just with my family, even with my like immediate family, like my brothers and sisters and my parents, we would like drink and have parties and like do the most just entre nosotros. And that changed. And it was weird at first because we would like have get togethers and there would be no alcohol. And I feel like my brothers would kind of be like, this is boring. But now it's normal. Like we get together and we just kind of sit in the sala and talk, especially now with like my baby niece, like just enjoy her sober.
Mm-hmm.
And we sit and watch a movie or we sit and it's crazy
Talk.
because that's what we used to do as kids is just all sit around together and watch movies. So
Mm-hmm.
like we're doing that again now as adults.
With your kids, with their kids.
Yeah. Y I feel like que toda esta gente que se alejó de mí ahora en hoy puedo entender que cumplieron lo que tenían que cumplir en mi vida. Like me trajeron algo, me enseñaron algo, me entregaron algo and I'm so thankful. Like thank you for lo que me enseñaste, thank you for lo que me diste. Gracias por estar conmigo in a time where I really needed to have friends.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like back then me, I really needed to have friends to go out, to live that para poder llegar ahora donde estoy y
Mm-hmm.
estar conforme, no conforme, but sí, pues conforme con mi vida. Like, it just feels good. It feels good to be able to be here now on the other side and be like, I'm okay,
Yeah.
even without you in my life.
Mm-hmm. I know what that feels like too.
And it's crazy because I feel like there's even a point, maybe even for you, like, tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like que hay un punto where you're kind of like, you want to be a part of that world, and then you go into it and you're kind of like, okay, this is fun, okay, this is fun, and then you kind of start to reflect on what's going on around you. You're kind of like, all right, maybe this is not fun anymore.
Yeah.
And you pull back out and you're like, ah, estaba bien donde estaba.
Yeah. Like I was right to stay atrás.
Away.
Yeah.
To
I
stay
know.
in my
In my
space.
lane.
Yeah. I feel like also with like, since my parents stopped talking to me, I always have this fear of like, I have FOMO sometimes. I had FOMO. I don't have FOMO now. I have, I had FOMO of like my family getting together and having fun. Like when you guys would get together for Christmas and then they would get together with my dad's side of the family. And I would see them so happy. And I was so sad not to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes I have to remind myself, like, you're not there anymore. Like, nobody's going to abandon you. Like, it's okay
Mm-hmm.
to set these boundaries
Yeah.
and to be different.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, yeah, a lot of people have. I used to have so many, like, not so many friends. I don't have so many friends. I have like five, but now I have two. So you know, like maybe friends, right? I had maybe like let's say 12 friends, and now I have two.
Yeah.
So
Dang, I've never had 12 friends.
I mean, like including family, you know, like I mean, like friends more in el sentido de que con quién salía, like salía
Sí,
con
con quién pues te juntas más bien.
siempre o íbamos a las coleadoras with my dad's family or um with those friends íbamos al baile, nos las pasábamos con ellos cada fin de semana, so it was like it was a shock, and I feel like now I'm like, damn, I don't care, like I don't feel necesidad for you to like me or for you to accept me, like this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy sometimes in the interactions to fall back into that, but then I have to kind of like pull myself back and be like, no, aquí
Yeah.
estoy bien.
Oh, and then they change your frequency.
Se baja la frecuencia.
Yeah. How do you say frequency in Spanish?
Frecuencia.
Frequency?
Frecuencia.
Doesn't sound right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
How about you? How did people change around you?
Well, I put that I don't think that the people around me changed,
Mm-hmm.
but the way I see them changed.
Mm-hmm.
And I do feel like maybe they changed the way they thought about me
Mm-hmm.
because they were like, ya no me quiere, or especially because I never had friends, like it's always most of my family, like my siblings. It's like, oh, ya se cree mucho. I don't know if they say that, but I always think that
Mm-hmm.
because, well, that's what I feel like as a family, as somebody who knows,
Conociéndoles la mentalidad.
yeah, I feel like I know what, especially the way we grew up.
Yeah.
I feel like kind of like what they think,
Mm-hmm.
but I do feel like I changed the way I see them. I feel like I love everybody and I feel like I have a big heart and I'm like not one to ever say like, "Oh my god, I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you." But I am like prefiero quererte or like love you de lejos and like
To have your sanity.
yeah, and just be okay with myself because like I said before, I feel like I always put others before my own family and I feel like I'm in a spot right now in my life where I've been focusing on my family first more than anything and on myself, and it feels really good. But I don't know, I do feel like it changed like my kids' view on things and like even Jorge, like I feel like he's learning to see things differently, like when he asks me questions or other people too. Like have you had people like ask questions about the way we think now? I think yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it like it definitely does like change or like makes them wonder maybe. So a lo mejor sí like les cambia the way they see us maybe
Mm-hmm.
instead of just thinking like oh my god they're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah.
why I like that we're doing this because maybe they'll see it and they'll realize that we're just we've just grown up.
It's not coming from un sentido de que te quieras de negative feelings. It's not
Yeah.
coming from a feeling of anger or
Or it's not that we don't
jealousy.
love.
Yeah. Or que te creas más, but it's just like
Mhm.
coming from a place of like, this is what I want to focus on now. Like, I don't want to focus on you. Like, it's exhausting
Yeah.
to try to always save everybody and to try to always please everybody and to try to always, de querer siempre hacerle la vida fácil a los demás.
Mhm.
And it's like, tú te quedas,
Empty.
te quedas totalmente, like, exhausted and
Mhm.
no le das nada a tu familia por andarle, o sea, a tu marido y a tus hijos, no te queda para ellos por andarle
Mhm.
dando a los demás.
Yeah.
I think this actually leads perfectly into our next topic of planting seeds.
Oh yeah. You want to go first?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I have planted seeds, pero como estabas diciendo, siento que la gente se acerca a mí now with certain topics. I want to back up a little and say que I don't know if I have planted seeds, pero I don't care to. That kind of sounds, I wrote, that kind of puede sonar egoísta, pero no es de que no me importe que la demás gente evolucione o que se despierte o que sanen, but it's just like I'm so worried about myself right now that I don't care how you see the world. I don't want to care how you see the world or what's burdening you. So siento que hay gente que se me acerca con estos temas y me sorprende. Like at work, it happened to me with one of my coworkers. Like I never talked to him about this kind of stuff, and like he just came to me and started talking to me. Like I'm going to therapy, and I'm noticing this, and I have these feelings towards this person. And then poco a poquito lo iba trabajando, and he would be like, ya me di cuenta que no es de que I hate this person, sino es de que me hizo esto y esto y esto. So yeah, and just recently I saw him again and he was like, I hung out with that person and it was beautiful. Like we had amazing time together, no resentment, no. So even with like my mom too, it happens sometimes. She'll like come to me and just start talking about stuff, and I just kind of listen. I'm like, well, what do you think? Why do you think you feel that way? Why do you feel like you don't deserve? And it's like, it's crazy. Even my sisters do it. Actually, the other day, today and yesterday, and the last couple of days since Wednesday, I've been talking to my sisters about so much stuff, and it's like they're noticing things, dude. They're noticing patterns, and I feel like Maria's a lot more in tune than I think she is, because before me, she chose her family. She chose her husband and her child. Before I even had any idea of this, she was like, "Nah, I'm choosing him." She cut my brother off. She cut my dad off. Not cut them off, but she like was like, "Nah, like I can't put you first anymore. I need to put my
And
spouse
she just
first."
got up and left too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I feel
To a
like,
whole other state.
yeah, she has like a different mentality, but yeah, yeah, actually started talking to me about and like, and then this is a whole other topic, but I think it goes with it. She started questioning the system, like questioning food, questioning. She's watching a documentary about processed foods, and I feel like that's where it starts
Mm-hmm.
for some people, not everybody, right? But that's where it starts when you start questioning the system instead of just trusting that the system is built to protect you.
Yeah.
That's when you get into like this. And she started talking about foods or something, right? And I was like, I said something along the lines of like, oh, not a very hot topic, but I was like, look into feminism. I was like, look into a lot of different movements. I'm like that you think that are made in society to support women. I'm like, but in reality, they're put in place
To control.
to not only control, well, yes, control, but also to separate the mother
Yeah.
from the house, to separate so that the kids are easily more controlled. I'm like, start looking into these things. I'm like, y te vas a dar cuenta. I'm like, you're gonna start to think that maybe Yolanda's not so crazy. She's like, I don't know about the earth being flat. Oh, like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like
The school.
schools and food and like I
Not
said,
vaccinating.
yeah, vaccinations. Me and my grandma
Yeah.
just had a whole conversation the other day about vaccinations. She was
And
going
she
on and
used
on.
to be like, tienes que ponerle las vacunas. And now she like is a
Yeah,
whole 360.
yeah. So I feel like that's, I guess, I don't know, but I hope that that's her journey, you know? And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I don't try to think that I plant seeds because then I get too involved. I keep trying to push the narrative on people. So that's why I kind of pull back a little, and it's usually them bringing the topic to me, like they'll send a video or something, and I'll be like, oh, because she sent something about beef tallow or something, and we started talking about it, and I was kind of like,
By
but
the
what?
way, if you need beef tallow,
Let me know. I make my own organic homemade beef tallow. Organic, 100% grass fed, but it's a moisturizer. Let me know if you're interested. But
I haven't even bought any from you. I need to try it.
I've been
I
thinking
just
like, why hasn't she asked
It's
me?
just kind of grosses me out,
Yeah,
but to be honest. But I do like when I see my mom and she's like, "Mira, hija, como?" I'm like, "Oh my god, I need to try it."
let me know.
But okay.
But yeah, I feel like I don't want to get too over involved with people because then I take it personal, and I don't
Hmm.
want to take it personal.
Yeah.
How about you?
Uh, well, I don't think so. I feel like I don't have anybody to plant. Well, I did with you,
Hmm.
but I feel like just because you were like the closest to me and like you're the only one that would listen to me. But with anybody else, maybe my kids, like they do ask me a lot of questions.
I even noticed in the way they talk,
Yeah. So, like
the
that's
things they talk
nice.
about.
Yeah. So I think that it's nice that like they're interested. They'll ask me like what I'm reading, or like Maddie will come across videos sometimes on YouTube and she'll send them to me. So it's nice. I think they're mostly interested in the alien stuff.
Oh, Gordita the other day she was watching. They're playing with dolls or something. She's like, she's doing yoga. She's like, because she needs to relax her mind.
Mhm. Yeah. So I think I try to tell them that like especially like when they're fighting and I'm like you guys need to breathe, like, and like think about like what's happening right now, or like think about if like you really mean what you're about to say. Like I always tell them that, so I feel like it helps. But not Giovanni though. He's a
I think boys
whole
are.
other
I
species.
think boys are built different, no?
But he's also little. Like no
Yeah, he's
entiende.
only what 5.
5, yeah. But I did write that, well, the same thing I said earlier, like people do get curious. Like I just had Gailani ask me a question
What did she ask you?
about why am I so obsessed with aliens? And I was like, it's not like they're my god, but like I just think that they're like important to the system, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
then she asked me about the books
Mm-hmm.
that I was reading and like why I was reading them. And I told her, and I was like, I don't like to tell you because you always laugh at me. And she was like, es que no me río de lo que me dices. She's like, pero me río de cómo lo dices. Que
Mm-hmm.
like, lo dices como sin nada. And I'm
Oh,
like, because that's what I believe. Like, así como tú dices, hablas de Dios, like, you say it because you believe it. Like, I
it's
believe
my
in this
reality.
too. Yeah. So she got curious, and like, I like that. Like, when people ask me, and like my mom, I feel like
Yeah.
she's getting really into it too. So,
Yeah, she's always been like super organic,
yeah.
super
Hmm.
aware of like what she eats and stuff.
Especially because she doesn't eat meat or
Yeah.
chicken or fish.
She's well,
No, because
yeah,
she
she's
eats
vegetarian.
cheese.
That's vegetarian.
Yeah.
Vegan is
Okay.
when you don't eat any animal products. She's vegetarian.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do notice her. It's funny. I've been sending her videos on TikTok now, and she's just like, okay, yeah.
I know.
I think she just does it to like acknowledge that she saw them. I'm like, you
Yeah.
don't have to do that. You can just like it.
Yeah. I don't think she knows how to like it.
I don't either, but
Yeah.
yeah, she was actually, we were actually, like I said, we were having that conversation about vaccines, and she's like, hija, yo creo que es muy importante. She was telling me about something about una vacuna que le pusiste a Maddie. She's like, hija, ¿tú qué crees? I was like, abuelita, yo no sé nada de vacunas.
Yeah, about like cancer or something, breast
Mm-hmm.
cancer maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I regret putting it on her too
Yeah,
after. But they told me that it would need like a second dose for it to work, so she's just not
I'm
gonna
not
get
gonna
that
get it.
one.
Well, I've been looking at that too about like I try to I don't know, I feel like right now in the space that I'm in, I think I'm like thinking about a lot of things like do I want to when I have children, do I want to vaccinate them?
Do you want to put that ointment on their eyes when they're born right away?
Yeah, no, and like things like that. I think I also when I have a baby and I give birth, I want to have a midwife because I feel
Yeah.
like in ese momento you and
Do you
your
want to do a home birth?
no, I can't
Why?
because cuando me operaron into my uterus. So they said I have to have a C-section. Um because if I contract, se me puede abrir.
Oh,
So I can't, but I would like to have a midwife.
yeah, that would be nice.
Because I mean, I've heard like we were talking with my grandma about like the umbilical cord. Like there's a time you're supposed to wait before cutting it, and just things like that. I feel
Some
like
people wait until like se corta. You know that?
yeah,
Lo tienen en una canastita
really
and they just wait because it dries eventually.
like that, like los animales.
Yeah, pues se le cae cuando se le seca. Y mucha gente se lo deja y le dura like not months. It's like a week or two para que se le caiga porque se seca.
I've not looked into that, but that too. I don't know if
Hmm.
I would wait that long. I saw that you can wait like a certain amount of minutes, y luego ya.
Are you gonna eat your placenta?
I would like to.
That's a thing now too. I
Yeah,
never did it. I was always grossed out by that stuff, dude.
I would definitely have to be an investment and do it in like pill form
Yeah. Pero no
because
está tan caro.
no,
No.
I don't know. I guess I've not looked into it, but it is something I would want to do in like a pill form. Just things like that, where we have conversations, or even like I said, with my sisters or my mom or even the
Yeah.
people at work, they start. It's
Asking questions. Or
yeah,
just come to you with things.
maybe because you're more open, no?
Yeah.
Your energy changes.
Hmm. Although I felt like I've always been an open person, to be honest. Like I feel like everybody has like always told me,
But I feel like in a sentido of what topics you're open
"Oh
to.
yeah,
Because if you're open to somebody coming and talking to you about all of this and aliens and all that, it's gonna change the kind of people you attract.
yeah, that's true."
Versus if somebody comes to you to talk about their baby daddy not paying them child support. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm down for that tea too. Don't get me wrong.
But yeah, I don't know. I
Because
just,
my baby daddy didn't pay me child support either.
girl, I think you guys are good now.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. I think anything else you want to add to that topic?
No.
Okay. I think we're going to talk about manifestation next.
Yeah. Yeah. So we do want to talk about manifestation and just how we've, like, have you experienced manifestation already?
I have. I told you about the plants.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And these dresses too.
Yeah.
Like I got a couple of these dresses from my mom from her boss.
Oh, you did?
I was like, I'm gonna change all of my wardrobe to 100% cotton. I don't want any polyester. So actually, I think this is a good gateway. We were both diagnosed with endometriosis. I feel like that was a big. I think that's a whole separate episode, but that was a big part in my lifestyle change in the sense of like what I eat and what I try to wear. It's not. I'm not 100% there yet with my closet because it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I threw away all of like my Shein clothes. I threw away a lot of stuff. And my mom came home with like a bag of clothes. She's like, ¿Quieres ropa? And I was like, I don't know. Let me look through it. And there was like pieces in there that were like 100% cotton. And I was just like, this is weird. But
It's a sign.
it is. It's like you say it, but you have to be careful because puedes atraer también negatividad.
Mm-hmm.
So, me pasó con mis plantas de lo que he hablado with Juan. Have we talked about with Juan?
I don't think so.
So, hubo un tiempo after that. I had that breakup happened. I did things, and then after a while, I was single again, and I was just like ready to settle down. I could say even desperate. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I would always just be like, "Oh, guys out here are the worst." I would just meet guy after guy, and it'd be like the same thing over and over.
And I would hear about it every day.
Yeah. So one time Yolanda was like, just write a list, write down what you want in a guy and what you don't want in a guy. So I wrote down like what I want on one side, what I don't want on the other side. At work, I did it one day. It was like a notebook I had at work. I closed a notebook, put it in my desk, whatever. Never thought about the notebook again. And I met Juan. And one day I was at work looking through some notes, and I found a list. And like out of 12 things that I wanted in a guy, I think the only thing was missing is that he would read because he doesn't like to read.
I thought you said that he would dress Chad though.
Oh, no, charro, que fuera charro
Charro. Yeah,
y que
there
leyera.
you go. Sí, sí.
But I also feel like that charro thing is not an environment I want to be in, so it actually worked out in the long
Yeah.
run. But he didn't read, but like
You should
everything.
have kept this list.
I know. I might have it. I would have to look through my old notebooks. I might have it in one of my old notebooks, but yeah, I definitely feel like I manifested my partner. And I feel like aside from Yolanda, he was like the true reason why I awakened, because I feel like I finally was in a place to feel safe and to feel like protected and to feel just in the right energy to be able to like reflect on myself and be like, okay, well, what the hell have I been in through? And that was a big step. But yeah, I feel también que like la manifestación para mí en este punto ahorita, I feel like la manifestación para mí es like tiene que ver mucho con like tus sentimientos, tus pensamientos y la positividad. I feel like que se tiene que alinear, you know?
Yeah.
Y tus creencias en Dios, right? I also feel like another thing I actually manifested is my current situation in life. Like when I was at work, like quería tanto like to be able to like be home and to just be able to like think about what I was going through. Have quiet time to be able to reflect
And heal.
and heal, and to be able to, well, to be at least be able to recognize what I needed to heal. And to not always be on the go, to not always be like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom. And now I'm like chilling at home,
That's good at making videos.
making TikTok videos, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coming and visiting my
Cooking.
grandma, cooking,
Baking.
coming and visiting my grandma on like a Wednesday at like 12 o'clock and just sitting there for not needing to like rush out because I have to
And
go back
her
to work.
cook for you. That's
Yeah.
that's my favorite part about my mom when she's home. I'm like, oh my god, today I don't gotta worry about what's for lunch.
I know. I swear I told the girls that day. Every time I'm about to leave, she's like, espérate, espérate, hija. Deja algo de comerlo luego.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
it's
definitely.
nice.
It is nice. What about you? What do you think about manifestation?
Well, you know I'm a big believer
Mm-hmm.
in manifestation. I I wrote about three things.
Mm.
One was when we bought the house
Mm-hmm.
because we had been looking, dude,
I remember.
for months, and like I just one day like me amarré los huevos, como dicen, y le dije a Jorge like let's go without the realtor, and like the funny enough we stopped at one house and we just looked on the outside. Then next door estaba una with like an open door, so where you get a
Mm-hmm.
app and you download it and you can walk in. And we went into the house and we loved it. It was the first house we freaking loved. And then this, I was like, oh my God, there's like more houses on here. Let's go. And this was the second one from that app. And we liked this one even more. So I told our realtor, Eduardo, I told him, oh my God, it's going to be one of these two. And when we came and saw it, I think it was the second time, I like the whole way here, I was just like asking God, I was like, oh my God, like give me a sign or the universe, how I always say. And I was like, just show me something que like nunca he visto, like algo que se me haga raro. And I remember I even sent you that day a picture of the squirrel, the
Oh
black
yeah, the
squirrel, a
black
video.
squirrel. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that has to be my sign. I was like, this is gonna be our house. And then the next time when we came again, for the inspection, I was like, okay, if this is gonna be our house, like I want to see. I don't even know what the flowers are called, but I just said those tall flowers with like the purple, que están moradas las
Mm-hmm.
flores, and I saw them. So I was like, this is gonna be our house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I just feel like the fact that I asked the universe for a sign
Signs.
and like I just really liked it, and like yo ya me veía aquí, like when we came, like I was like, oh my god, aquí puedo poner esto y aquí, like I just manifested it into my life. And also, I feel like when we sold my truck,
Mm.
we had tried previously to sell it.
The red one or the black one?
No, the black one. Yeah. We had tried and they were like, no, it has too many miles. Yeah.
How
So
many
you,
miles did it have?
I don't know, but you're supposed to run it for like 10,000 a year.
Mm.
And I had run it, like, ya tenía like 18,000.
Because you guys were moving.
No, because we were always, pues él la usaba para todo, para el
Oh yeah.
trabajo, para todo.
Oh yeah. That's when you were
So,
house cleaning, no?
yeah. So, it had too many. We were like negative equity, and then this time I was like, no, like it's gonna happen. It still had over miles. It had everything wrong with it. It had that light, the stereo was like turning off y
Mm.
no prendía. So no le hallaba nada. First lo cambiaron, después ya no lo cambiaron, pero cuando la volví a llevar no le hallaron nada. And the first
La
time,
compraste nuevecita, ¿no? Like del año,
nuevecita. Mm-hmm.
with no miles on it.
Yeah, so I had already seen how much like it was to fix it, and it was like $6,000, and I was like, I'm not gonna pay that. So I was like, la tengo que vender. So I just like had it in my head, that like se va a vender and se va a vender, and like Jorge was like, I don't think they're gonna take it, and I was like, yeah, watch, and they're hasta nos van a dar dinero.
Negative Nancy.
Yeah, he always is, but I was like, hasta nos van a dar dinero, and he's like, nah, and I was like, yeah,
Just
and they
watch.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also manifested my job. I
Yeah.
didn't tell
Mm-hmm.
anybody that I was gonna quit my job, but I
Well,
was
none of these things you told anybody, right?
no. Mm-mm. And for my job, I just like I hadn't told anybody from my family that I wanted to quit. I had told my coworkers that I was looking for a job, but that I hadn't found anything, and that I had an interview, but I hadn't told anybody like close to me. And I just when we did the interview, I was like, I have the job. I have it. Like the way que me llevé con las que they interviewed me and everything. And I was just like, this is it. Like I've been wanting to work from home. Like ya tengo el año de experiencia in like healthcare basically. Like this has to be my job. And they were asking for 2 years if needed. Like or like, I don't know, just random stuff that I didn't
Qualifications.
know. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know anything medical. And I was like, oh my God, like, who cares? Like, I got the job at the dental office without, like,
Mm.
this has to be my job. And like, I was already thinking, like, I'm going to make my closet my office. And like, I want this and that. Like, yo no más. I started thinking positive, and yeah, that same day, I told them I want to know by the end of this week because that way I could put in my 2 weeks. And they didn't even wait till the end of the week. They just called me like 10 minutes right after, and they were like, it's yours. So I was like, yay. I knew it.
I feel like dicen también que si quieres manifestar algo, like, créetelo.
Ya,
Créete,
ya
créete,
lo tienes, ya.
créete, act like it's yours. Do, así como estabas diciendo que like, ya estabas imaginando que ibas a poner el closet. Like,
Mhm.
si tú ya lo sabes, al universo no le va like, no va a tener de otra más que dártelo.
Mhm. Yeah.
So it's all very mental. Porque el universo es mental. Es
Yeah.
mente.
Todo es mente.
Todo es mente.
Todo es mente.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But no, I feel like another thing, like, I want to say though, like, I feel like this is our process. Like, we're not healed. We don't know. We don't have this level of consciousness that, like, venimos aquí a enseñar. Like, no les
Mhm.
venimos a enseñar. Así se manifiesta. Así se sana. Así se le dice a mamá y a papá para poner límites. Like, nosotros hicimos este espacio para reflejar en lo que estamos viviendo y aparte
Reflexionar.
reflexionar. Perdón, what did I say? Reflejar.
Reflejar.
Reflexionar lo que estamos viviendo y compartir our journey with you. Like, no es para decirles así se hace, vas a hacer esto y esto en tu mente o sea, como dijiste tú, ¿no? A lo mejor así funciona para ti, pero no para otra persona. Maybe for another person it's not about science. Maybe another
Mhm.
person it's about feeling.
Yeah.
So it's not a wrong or right way to do it, sino que en nuestro proceso ahorita de sanar, que es en lo que estamos, no estamos diciendo estamos sanadas, venimos a enseñarles cómo sanar, sino this is our process. Like, walk with us, walk
Mhm.
along us, walk next to us.
Or just watch us.
Yeah. Or just watch us and just so people can relate.
Mhm.
Because we relate. And I think it's crazy now that I'm thinking this, but when we talked about why we started the podcast, is because we would talk to each other as we were healing, as we were going through the things, and it would be so helpful
Mhm.
to be able to talk to somebody about what you're going through, not necessarily for advice, but just to share, like, yo estoy pasando y esto, y al rato, maybe when you're by yourself, you can reflect, or I can reflect and be like, okay, maybe what she said this is right, but maybe this is not for me. So I feel like that's what this is. The same
Yeah.
way we would talk to each other and we would kind of share with each other,
Mhm.
we're sharing with you.
Yeah. So that kind of goes, well, not kind of, but our next question is, do you believe that more minds that think alike make manifestation stronger?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they do?
Actually, yes. I don't know that I've experienced it. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but that's how the government controls, because they put out all this negative news. So toda la gente se empieza a paniquear. Está pensando, ay, they're deporting, anti-migración, anti-migración. Everybody is having this negative feeling, so they're attracting all that energy to us.
Dude, I was just thinking about that with my mom the other day. She called me. She's like, hija, van a tirar una bomba y ahora que nos
Oh my
movimos allá
gosh.
tan cerca. She's like, compra lámparas, compra pilas, compra velas, compra. And I was like, Mom, we already went through this because when we were living at the other house, remember I was going crazy buying shit?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Maya, tengo ahí una caja llena.
I'm already prepared.
I know, like, I'm not gonna freak out anymore. That's just what I said. I was like, they've been saying this for the longest.
Y aparte, I watched.
That's not a bomb, by the way. If you hear it, it's the
It's thunder.
thunder.
But we do live really near a base, so do you feel it sometimes, like shaking?
Mm-hmm.
It's because we live really close to a base,
Yeah.
so yeah,
The wall, especially upstairs, like,
they shake.
yeah.
Hmm. But I feel like all we can do about that is just love.
Yeah.
Love and believe in God, and that has to change the frequency somewhere.
Plus, I do want to say that the other day, what you told me that Juan said,
Mm.
it really made me think about my life.
About what did he say?
That, remember, I was like, you have to be prepared. And he was like,
Mm.
that would, do you really want to live like that? I thought about that. Like, do I really want my kids to go through that?
Sufrir hambre.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, because I had
O
talked.
ni hambre, dude, pero like la radiación, el dolor, todo eso.
Yeah,
I don't want them to go through that.
and that's because I talked to Juan about um we talk about all the time about like our future, right? And I always tell him like we always have these conversations where I'm like, if we have this, for example, right? Like if we have kids and your son tells you that he likes men, how would you react? Or stuff like that, right? Or a veces le digo, when we have our house, I want this. And I told him like, I want a bunker. And he was like, okay. And I brought it up again. I want a bunker. Because I know with him, he'll kind of just brush it off. But I'm like, I want to have this conversation. And he was like, I was like, what do you think about bunkers? And he was like, why would you want to live in a world that's dead?
Yeah.
I want to have him on the podcast. We'll see.
Yeah.
But to have his perspective, not only as what he thinks, but as a male perspective
Yeah.
to all of this. But obviously, he's not, I don't think he's walking this journey with us, but he definitely has some profound thoughts. Pero back
Mm-hmm.
to the manifestation, sorry.
Yeah.
Um, tiene que ver mucho la alineación también, ¿no? Like, I feel like that's why they put all these thoughts, right?
Mm-hmm.
To like install fear in us and control.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they, like I was
They
saying
do it.
earlier about the feminism, they want the kids in school because from an early age they want to los quieren
Controlled.
entrenar a cómo ser controlados. Like they
Yeah.
want to impose in them how to be controlled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Well, I do believe too.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of goes hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
I just said that I feel like when more minds like focus on something, it like kind of enhances our energy, and so it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe that a lot of the things just like that, like with the government and stuff, like with the news,
I don't like watching the news.
I don't like to either. Like especially when it comes up on TikTok, because now everything's on TikTok. I'm just like, not today,
Mm-hmm. I
not
just skip
today.
past it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like having anxiety that I don't need.
Yeah. Te
Yeah.
bajan la frecuencia. I was
Mhm.
watching this guy the other day and he was saying that a veces he's like driving, listening to the radio, y va bien contento listening to a song, and out of nowhere it's like, breaking news. We have bad news for you today. And he's like, nope, switch. Not
Mhm.
today. Not today,
Yeah.
Satan. It's like, you don't even know what's true. Like, no
Yeah.
sabes ni qué es verdad. Like, you don't know what's news and what they're manipulating and what they're. So it's like at the end of the day, like,
I realized a
why?
lot of that with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like just I feel like I thought a lot about it when I didn't take my mom to the hospital.
Mm.
Like because I feel like the way she was, the way her oxygen was already low, like
Context, my grandma got like really sick during
yeah,
COVID.
and she has asthma, so it was bad. But I just feel like if I would have taken her to the hospital, they wouldn't have done like a good job taking care of her, and like they would have just given her all, well, I wouldn't have let them, like mi tío Isidro no se dejó que le dieran la medicina,
Yeah.
and he came out, and
Mm-hmm.
all of the people that they gave this medicine didn't come out.
Mm-hmm. Well, now they're saying, I saw a video, I don't know if it's true, but they're saying that like all this stuff that they gave for COVID, muchas de las vaccines are not saying you may notice that as a side effect.
Mhm.
And they're coming out now with a lot of stuff about like what's the name of the people who made it? Pfizer, whatever, Moderna, whatever the different vaccines are. I don't
Mhm.
know, and I don't know, but like those companies are coming on and be like, well,
Mhm. Yeah, I've seen that
it
too.
might not be good if you bought it, and I'm like, great, I got 2 doses of it.
Oh, you did, huh?
Mm-hmm. I
Oh,
got
I didn't.
vaccinated.
I didn't.
I did. I know, and and nobody else in my family did, just me.
Yeah. But
Not
because of
even
your
one.
job, no?
I had to get it because they were
Yeah.
firing people, and I was the only one working. I was
Yeah.
scared to lose my job, but again, they're controlled us with that. They're
Mm-hmm.
like manipulating us by either get your job or get this
Get the
vaccine,
vaccine
or
or
you're
lose your job.
yeah, and you lose
Yeah,
your
that's
income.
crazy. I kind of
But
want to look outside. Oh,
it's really dark outside.
super dark.
But I feel like this is how they control with fear. And again, it goes back to the same thing with religion, how they
Mm-hmm.
control fear. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's why they say that in healing tienes que perder el miedo, porque en cuanto pierdes el miedo, you stop being controlled.
Yeah. That's why I always ask myself, like, why do I feel so much fear when I'm like doing all these things?
But even es algo que nuestros papás nos imponen. Again, back to most conversations with my sisters, I was telling them, like, we were talking about certain friends that have maybe different points of view than we do or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it's not their fault. They didn't they didn't come up with this mentality. Like es algo que ha estado in society and been imposed in people for so long that it's like for it's up to us to be like, yeah, hasta aquí, like ya no me vas a seguir
Yeah.
controlando de esta manera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's not something that just happened when like Trump became president or whatever. Like it's something that happened years and years, like millions of years ago.
Right.
So
And you know what's crazy? I feel like, which is going to go kind of into our next topic,
mm,
that we feel it. We feel like, I feel like this scare, el miedo nos está diciendo que no está bien. Like, not with like healing, but like el miedo de like que nos digan las cosas, like the news, the
mm,
controlling, like it
the fact
scares
that it's
us.
causing fear.
It's scaring us, and it's for a reason because we feel and we know that that's wrong. And I feel like we take it the wrong way, like the feeling that we get. No?
I never thought about it that way, but that's
Yeah.
true. Like the fact that you're having fear should tell you that you shouldn't be listening to it.
Yeah.
And my grandma's crazy with that stuff, dude. Like a veces, I tell him like, abuelita, ni le ponga atención. Ya deje de ver esos videos en TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stop. And she's like, sí, cierto, hija. She's like, ya no los voy a ver. And then the next time I see her, she's talking about it again. And I'm like,
Yeah.
si va a pasar, va a pasar. Si
Mm-hmm.
algo va a pasar, it's gonna happen. You having fear is not gonna change anything. You
Mm-hmm.
nomás estás, you're just making yourself miserable.
Yeah. That's true.
So I feel like there's no point. But yeah, you're right. Into our next topic. How has your intuition gotten stronger?
Me go first.
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like as women, we
Mm-hmm.
always have a higher intuition.
Mm-hmm.
Like siempre. I don't know if it's like because everybody's always like it's the motherly instinct. Like even
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have kids, I feel like I've always had that. But
No,
it's because
women, the feminine is more intuitive than
intuitive,
men.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I just feel like I've always had that of um like when I don't feel like going somewhere, like my body already knows. And like a veces que I'm like, oh, I have to go porque si no se van a enojar.
Mm-hmm.
Or like si no van a pensar que, and I'm just like, but my body knows that like this is not the environment because this is gonna happen and it's gonna affect not only the way my kids feel, but like the way I feel because I'm like, oh my god, I'm putting my kids in these situations that they don't want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like for the most part, that's been my biggest thing that I've learned about myself, that like my body knows.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was talking to you about this yesterday or the other day when I'm leaving the house and like no encuentro algo, and like I can't find my keys, I can't find, like I forget my wallet, I have to come back inside the house, and then like salgo and y está un choque, and I'm like, dang, that could have been me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
por eso me regresé.
Mm-hmm.
So I've learned that a lot of the times. Like, so when it happens to me now, I feel like I stop myself and I'm like, just slow down because I'm always like, especially with the kids, like,
Mm-hmm.
anda uno en chinga.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I've learned to listen to my body more. Like, and it's funny because I also told you this that I like me impacienta la gente that's just like, ay. And I'm just like, maybe you are right. Like, I do need to slow down with my life and like just be. I guess that is the feminine energy to be just.
Ser y no hacer.
Sí, ajá.
That's what my therapist always tells me.
Yeah.
She's like, recuerda, lo femenino es ser, tú ser y deja de hacer.
Mhm.
Tú sé y
Yeah.
deja de hacer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like también a veces, like when you're saying with the parties, it's not like you hate the people or you're
Oh no.
like, ay, no quiero ir porque esto, sino es de que tu cuerpo para ti, a tus hijos no les nace. So no es de que quieras ofender a nadie, no es de que, because I feel the same way, that's why I'm saying it. It's not that you're like, ugh, I hate that person, or, ugh, I'm gonna
Oh
go and the
no.
party's gonna be lame.
Mm-mm.
But it's
Never.
like your body just doesn't want to, and that's okay. You don't want to,
Yeah.
and
But
that's fine.
also in también en otro sentido que like I know that it scares my kids to be around drunk people who are like screaming
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like on my way back from parties when things happen like I'm like beating myself up. Like my kids are in the back freaking out. Like and I'm like I already knew it, you know.
I feel like our family has a lot of issues with alcohol. Like it's not
Mhm.
like they're trying to beat us up or anything, but but sometimes they can get violent in el sentido de que you start getting drunk and start talking to them, and sometimes there can be conflict. So there's
Mhm.
conflict. It's not like people are like beating each other up, but there can be a lot of conflict and a lot of
Mhm.
confrontation and a lot of emotions which are involved with alcohol. Like that
Mhm. Yeah.
that's normal. Not normal, but that does tend to happen when alcohol is involved in our
Yeah.
family. So yeah.
And I'm not necessarily talking about my, but like even in my relationship, you know, like if Jorge drinks and ya vengo yo emputada, like it
To
also
them it's a
affects
red
my
flag.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. So like I just like I know that in my bubble we're okay. Like Jorge's not out there drinking and you know, so like we're okay.
Y aparte siento que viene también from our like our family, like our parents and generations
Mhm.
back. I feel like one thing we didn't talk about when we talked about our family tree and like all the things that kind of coincide is de que el alcohol también is un big factor in that. Like
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of women in our family have suffered and have gone through a lot of things because their husbands were alcoholics.
Yeah.
Not that that's the only reason, but a lot of the women in our family who have struggled with their partner was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Porque mi papá duró, se me hace que una vez 5 años sin tomar. And I feel like that was probably five of like,
The best years.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
not only for my mom, but for like us in el sentido de que dices tú, like, we didn't see them. Like, they probably still fought. I don't remember that much, but like, it wasn't as intense as it was when he would
Yeah.
come home drunk.
Yeah.
What else do you have about intuition?
That's all I have to.
Yeah. Para mí la intuición, I feel like I've always been really good at reading people. Like when I initially meet people, it's crazy because there's like a force field around the person sometimes. Y como que yo de terca y de necia me quiero meter y quiero conocer. Y yo veo como que a todos, like, everybody's around that person, like, welcoming them. And I'm like, why can't I?
Mhm.
¿Por qué yo me siento de esta manera? ¿Por qué hay algo entre esa persona y yo que no me lo permite? So I force myself. Like, you're going to force yourself and you're going to be friends with this person. Stop being so antisocial. And I feel like I said, there's like this force field, and I try and I try, and entre más I try, como que más like we pull away. And
Mhm.
I feel like now I want to try to, si conozco a alguien y siento, es como una energía que siento from that person where I'm just like, los oigo hablando, los veo interacting, and it's just like this energy, and I'm just like, instead of like forcing myself to like create a relationship with that person because I feel like I can never make friends, I kind of should just like step back and listen to myself,
Mhm.
um, and stop doubting myself because I think I've always felt like I wasn't likable, so I always thought I was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like when people started pulling away from me when I stopped drinking, I was like, it's me. Like, well, I'm me. I'm doing something wrong. Why don't they like me? And it's like, no, like this is just somebody who's not meant to be in your life anymore.
Yeah.
So I feel like I just need to stop doubting myself and just trust in me, confiar en mí. But like I said, it just happened. Like I just como que esa necesidad de llenar ese hoyo, de llenar ese de like complacer a esa niña interior, to give
Mm-hmm.
her friends and to be liked because I always felt like I wasn't. Como que más me esforzaba en, again, back to same topic, but after I was single, I felt like I wanted to make friends and I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
meet people, so I would force myself
Yeah.
to be friends with people that I knew maybe didn't align with
Yeah.
me. Like, a la mejor gente que yo veía que estaban haciendo cosas que I was like, oh, I wouldn't do that. Why am I hanging out with these people? Like, it happened to me one time. I remember I went out to the club with a friend and I like blacked out. I was so drunk,
Mm-hmm.
like blacked out, dude. I don't even remember how I got into the house. I wasn't driving; she was driving, thankfully, but
Was she drunk too?
not drunk, but she drank.
Oh, okay.
And I just remember,
Me asking that and me also driving drunk.
and I just remember like, ooh, like I just got this vibe of like there was somebody with us and that person took me inside, and I just remember being in the back of the car and like I was leaning on that person and they were like touching my leg. And I was like,
Mm.
dude, I was like literally like this. And I was like, this is not right.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, I feel like I kind of just,
Went away.
yeah,
Ugh.
that person. Por una razón o la otra, like nos distanciamos.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, if I would have just listened to myself from the first time that we had an interaction like that, because it wasn't the first time.
Mm.
The first time I wasn't drunk, I was sober, thank goodness. But yeah, the second time I was like, yeah, this is a sign.
Yeah. Oh, that's scary.
It is scary. And I never drink like that again. I feel like that was when I first like started drinking a lot. So I like would just like drink and drink and drink and drink. And then after that I kinda like me limitaba ya. Like me tomaba 5 shots and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm dead. No more. You know? Or I would feel my body. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's about listening to your gut. Like yo lo siento. I feel like I feel it in my stomach. I feel it in my stomach like when
Oh yeah, that's a
something's
question, huh? Where do you
yeah.
feel it?
Where do you feel it? I feel like I feel it in my stomach. Like I feel like yeah.
I
Even in my
used
body.
to.
Really?
I used to feel it in my stomach. Now I feel it more like in my chest.
In your chest? I think it depends on what it is. When it's people, it's like an energy. And when it's something like, I guess maybe it's not in my stomach. Because I feel like when I feel it in my stomach, it's just like you were saying earlier from fear.
Mm-hmm. Nerves.
Los nervios que me dan que me revuelven el estómago. No es necesariamente que sea algo malo, pero estoy haciendo a lo mejor algo que nunca he hecho antes.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes me really uncomfortable too. Like whenever we move to like a new house, like when we
Mm-hmm.
moved to a new house, like I feel so uncomfortable like the first 2 weeks that
Mm-hmm.
we're there. And
Hasta para ir al baño uno, dude. I
yeah,
know. And you feel it on your skin. When we moved here, I felt it in my skin.
yeah.
Me sentía rara. Like, no me hallaba, me
Mm-hmm.
despertaba y todavía quería estar donde mismo
Well,
allá.
how many years did you live in that other house?
8.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
But before that, you guys moved a lot, huh? But then
Mm-hmm.
8 años in one space with the same people. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you still have the same people here, but
Yeah.
it's different. Yeah. Yeah, it took me about 2 weeks at this house that we're at now. And yeah, te sientes como, like, hasta el hambre se me quitaba, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Mom would be like, let's see. And I would be like, ugh, this isn't
Yeah.
my home. I don't feel good here. You know,
And
that's.
it feels homey. I don't know why it feels like that, but like your house, it feels homey. Like
Mm-hmm,
the way it's set up, like it
mm-hmm.
gives such a cozy vibe.
But I feel like it's our rejection to change.
Yeah,
Y
it is.
aparte, creo que lo que he aprendido ahora es en lugar de que un lugar o una persona se sienta like mi hogar,
Mhm.
like to make yourself feel like you're safe. Like antes si me sentía mal, like I would want to hug somebody, que alguien me abrazara para sentirme bien. But now
Mhm.
I'm like, nobody touch me. I just want to lay here by myself,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about our goals?
Yes, our goals.
Okay. We do want to kind of talk about our goals a little bit before we go,
Mm-hmm.
just because I feel like it kind of goes with this because it's change. It's what we go through.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, you want me to start?
Mm-hmm.
So we wrote short and long term goals. I put that my short term goal is to allow myself to be in my feminine energy
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like allow myself to like rest and like recharge. And I feel like as a mom, I'm always like on the go for everything. I used to be. I feel like I've been pretty more relaxed now, especially working at home.
Mm-hmm.
It has helped me a lot to like just chill, because and having my kids at home in school too, because
Mm-hmm.
I used to wake up and like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's helped a lot, like not to have to stress. I guess also like things that stress you like make you not be in your feminine
Energy.
energy. Yeah, because like it would stress me out to send them to school and like things happen. So like I felt like I had to be overprotective of like si pasa esto, like now I don't have to do that.
Es lo que te digo del ser y no hacer, because
Mm-hmm.
teniéndonos en la escuela, you had to always be doing,
Yeah.
doing, y ahora you can just be. You can
Yeah.
just be in your
Uh-huh.
energy, be in yourself because you're all home and safe.
Yeah. And I also think I just need to connect with myself more. And I feel like I've been working on that, just listening to myself, listening to my body, and just thinking of what I truly want for my life. Um, and I feel like I grew up with like seeing que mi mamá resolvía. So like yo en mi mente era de que yo tengo que resolver todo.
Yo tengo que hacer todo.
And actually I was just telling Jorge this last night. I was like, you know what, for a really long time, like it's like I'm your mom.
Yeah.
So I was like, we need to change. Well, I'm thinking like we need to change that. Like I need you to solve problems. Not that he doesn't, but I feel like since I always take the lead, he just always follows what I say. But because
Because you're operating de tu energía masculina
masculina,
herida.
yeah.
So
So
you're not allowing him to step into that masculine energy. Y
yeah.
resolver.
Hmm. Those are
Yeah.
my short-term goals. What are yours?
For me, I think short term is to stop multitasking. Like ever since we're young, we're taught like how many things can you do
Hmm.
at the same time. So I'm sitting there like washing the dishes, cooking the rice,
Watching a video.
watching a video, talking to my mom, talking to my sister. Y algo que le envidio mucho a mi hermana es que she's that person. Like she's like, I know I can't be on the phone while I'm cooking, or I can't listen to a podcast. I'm like, how can you listen to a podcast and cook at the same time? Like I just can't. I just like to be like, if I'm cooking, and that's it. So le envidio eso mucho because it's like it's
Hmm.
to be able to slow yourself down enough in this world that's teaching us to go like go all the time.
Go crazy.
Like
Yeah.
de siempre estar haciendo, like ahora estaba viendo un teléfono like that came out. I don't know what phone it is, but it's like you can have three screens open at the same time. And I'm like, why the heck would I want to have three screens open at the same time? You know what? I want a Motorola. I want one of those old phones
The
that
flip
just
phones.
text.
I know.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that too. Oh my god, I just made a bunch of movement. But I've been thinking about that too, about like not having an
A nice
iPhone
one.
or a touch screen.
There's actually these phones really quick that are called I can't remember, pero es un teléfono like it's I'll send it to you, but it's like a phone that doesn't it has like only like Spotify, text
But
messages.
it's touch.
Yes, but it doesn't have apps
Oh.
um like these phones do. It has like a clock for an alarm, it has a calculator, it has like the simple things, but it doesn't have YouTube, it doesn't have videos, and the screen itself is a light, not blue light. It's a different light to help, porque ya ves que dicen que la blue light también nos interrupts
Okay,
our
let's
nervous
tag them
system.
so they could send us one and
We'll review them.
we'll review
I'll have
and
to look it up. I can't remember what the phone is called, but I've actually been wanting to buy,
yeah.
and they're cheap. They're like three. I think the old, because there's like one and then two. Y el one, since it's the
Uh-huh.
older one, it's like $200. Y el nuevo que acaban de salir que tiene, it doesn't have, like I said, it's not a smartphone.
Mm-hmm.
So it has like some upgrades, but nothing crazy. I think it's bigger and it still has a camera. Um, and I think that one was like 500. But yeah,
I'm down.
yeah, I know. I can't
If you
remember
send
what
me
they're
one
called.
for free, we'll have business for you for sure. It's like just
But I feel like those phones help like to stop multitasking, you know?
yeah.
Um, I feel like it's just that's my short term goal to just right now to stop. Sometimes I'm like watching TV and like watching TikTok at the same time. And I've like been practicing now. Que si estoy en mi teléfono apago la tele. Que si estoy viendo la tele apago. No apago el teléfono, but like I push it to the side and it's like it's not phone time right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely want to do that. And then my long term goal is to be present. I feel like this will help me be present and just enjoying the moments. Porque a veces que estamos aquí en el momento, estamos pensando, oh, ahorita que llegue a la casa, ¿qué voy a hacer? Like while the other person is talking, like, oh, I have to get home and put the clothes away that I have in the dryer. You know what I mean? So like, just be present and enjoy this moment right now in this conversation. I feel like it's just a big goal for me because it's very easy to allow your brain to wander.
Yeah, that's true. My long-term goal.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said.
No, I didn't, but it's okay. My long-term goal is to heal what is causing all this sicknesses in me and my kids. We've recently been doing this cleanse
Mm-hmm.
detox.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know, I've been like really looking into stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I really need to work on what we eat. So it's been like freaking me out. I'm like, take a picture of your poop.
You're
I'm
like,
not
take a
kidding.
sample,
Yeah,
put it in a Ziploc bag.
put it in a Ziploc bag. Yeah, but yeah, I do like we had said about the endometriosis. I think that I truly believe that it's something like not just like I feel like stress can cause. I don't know what caused the endo. What did it say in that video?
I said something like, I saw a couple, uno de los que vi
But
decía,
it was about being in your feminine energy.
but it was saying that you're not allowing, not accepting yourself. It's te
Mm-hmm.
estás rechazando.
Yeah. So I feel like
Or
I
you're
really want.
repressing a another one I saw said that you were like repressing emotions or
Yeah.
like repressing something that happened to you and you don't accept it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I really want to like learn like what is causing all of these things, like my migraines and like recently this pain that like just comes and goes and like I'm just like I don't want to go to the doctor. Like I want to see what like really is the cause because I feel like in our family there is a lot of sicknesses and when I think about it, I feel like I've gone through things too that like I used to get worse migraines and when I like put it in my head like it's just something that's like wrong with me. Like I'm doing something wrong.
Blaming it on
It
yourself.
helped. Yeah, it helped and like now I don't have them as bad. Now they're just bad around like my menstrual period, but
Mm-hmm.
I just I don't know. That's really my long-term goal to be able to like eat good and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard and it's expensive.
yeah, it is.
But I feel like it's all related. Like
Mm-hmm.
the food we eat is inflammatory. It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
cause inflammatory diseases, and I feel like it's crazy because ahora que fuimos a México, noté que mucha gente tiene arthritis or
Yeah.
issues, and that's an inflammatory disease.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like it has a lot to do with the oils you're eating. It has a lot to do with um, también natural. In that one that you got, the Guru whatever,
Nanda. Guru Nanda.
that one has natural flavors, and natural flavors is actually artificial flavors,
Uh-huh.
and that's inflammatory, and that's hormone
Oh my god,
disrupting.
you're scaring me now.
And the shampoo, that native one that you buy the girls,
Not good.
that's also, it has anything that has natural flavors or natural scents. That's it. It doesn't actually say like extract organic extract from orange. You know, cuando lo dice así, that means there's a source. But when it's natural, whenever anything says natural flavor, natural scent, it's artificial.
Okay.
Or food coloring también is bad. It's really bad for them. My sister, actually, the person who started all this healthy was Maria. When Leonel was born, she started doing a lot of like
Research.
she would like when she would pump, she would store the milk in glass
Instead of bags.
instead. No, in her like not store, but like cuando le guardaba leche para unas tetas, las guardaba in the glass bottles. Or like the food coloring. She's like really big on not giving him any food colorings or like any like
Skittles with the red dye and
anything, dude. Even like M&Ms or every now and then he's allowed to have stuff like that, but he's not allowed to have candy. Really, she buys a lot of fruit. But
yeah, I do feel like it's definitely like a lot. But with like Giovanni having ADHD and maybe like autism, I think that that's why I started this whole like detox thing, because I saw that it helps.
yeah, I saw that too.
So I don't know. I guess it's just hard because I have to feed a big family.
Yep.
So like we already spend like $500 to $600 a week on groceries. So I'm just like, dang, and we already buy a lot of things organic. So it's just hard. Y eso que no comemos carne, imagínate.
Well, in the heart, I think that what I've started to do is just like buy simple things. So instead of buying like, I'm not trying to judge what you buy for your groceries, but instead of like buying the Yoplait yogurts, compro los, en el Costco tienen like organic Greek yogurt, and I just buy that.
Oh yeah, I remember you showed me. Ay, dude, pero me da un asco.
But then you can flavor it with things. You can buy organic jelly, y echarle jelly. So I buy like, instead of like buying muffins and buying this and buying that, like I buy a bunch of fruit and then I buy yogurt. Ahorita we're like on a big yogurt thing. So I buy yogurt instead of ice cream and then the Greek yogurt and then veggies. I don't buy, like I'll buy chips sometimes, but like that's not when we go to the grocery store. Like I don't get snacky things like that, like chips or candy or stuff like that.
And that's one of the things that I don't get. I don't get like sodas or none of that stuff, like chips or soda. So,
but also those agua minerales, they all have natural flavoring.
Yeah, the Waterloos. Really?
They're flavored with natural flavors.
So what are we supposed to buy?
The Spindrifts, those are expensive though. It's like 30 something of them for like $24.
Oh dang.
But
of
actually,
course, the best thing there.
Yeah, but actually I bought kefir beets. Kefir, I don't know what they're called. But it's to ferment. Pero no sabe como el kombucha. No es igual de fuerte que el kombucha. And one, it's good for your gut. Te limpia. It gives your gut healthy, how do you say, bacteria? It feeds the healthy gut bacteria in your gut. And it ferments and it acid gas. So it doesn't taste as strong. Maybe I'm making some right now. It's my first batch. So I hope que se haga. I fermented it enough for it to get gas. Pero then, te iba a mandar un video porque una señora lo hace y luego ya nomás compra como like pomegranate, those little pomegranate juices, concentrate y otra señora que vi, she saves all the scraps from her fruit. Like si un niño muerde una manzana y deja la mitad, she saves all week. And then on Sunday, lo hirve todo junto y le echa poquita, puedes echar ya azúcar o miel, lo que tú quieras. Y lo mete in bottles and she puts it in the fridge. And that's what they drink is juice.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna do that, and then they're also gonna make shampoo, soaps. So
yeah, we'll get there. We're not there yet, but yeah, my grandma and I are definitely looking into
making natural stuff.
Yeah, la tía y la abuela Pelos are looking into
into
making like better Right now, I make, like I said, the organic grass-fed beef tallow to moisturize. I use that for the face. But my grandma's also been making organic soap with
Mm-hmm.
no artificial
And that's what
scents.
I've been using,
Yeah. And how
and
has it been feeling on your face?
it's really nice.
Yeah.
She only made it for the face, like I haven't tried it on my body, but my face has been doing good. I had
Yeah.
like
I was gonna
been
tell you when
breaking
I
out.
came in, your skin looks really good.
Yeah, and it's the soap, dude, because that's all I've been using.
It
Different.
looks really
Yeah.
good.
So
I even thought I was like, "Does she have like makeup on or something?"
yeah,
So the baby, like
yeah,
your face looks good.
yeah. So I've been enjoying it. I told her I was like, I'm already running out. So
I haven't used it. I'm gonna open it. I thought it was for the body, por eso no lo había
mhm.
abierto because I was waiting to
No,
finish my body soap. So I'm
yeah,
gonna start using it on my face though.
yeah. And I don't like using soap on my face. So that's why when she told me when I saw her face, I was like, yeah. And she's like, y me pongo el beef towel.
Hmm.
So I'm like, dang.
Yeah,
I don't know. It kind of grosses me out to think of like putting thick stuff on my face. I haven't tried it though. Does it feel thick?
a little bit, but
Yeah.
not how you think. And the thing is, so I haven't found a way to like whip it a que se deshaga completamente like the little pieces, but I just like rub it in my hands and then
Well,
or up
don't they like lo escurren con una garra para que no tenga? I've seen
people do
ladies
that.
do it. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I can try that. I hadn't
Yeah.
seen that.
Como la del queso. Yo he
Hmm.
visto
The
que lo hacen.
cheesecloth.
Mhm.
Well, the thing is, I don't, mine already comes rendered. So hay gente that renders it because todavía trae like las impuridades de la carne.
Oh,
So some people render it. So they boil it multiple
okay.
times hasta que ya no le sale like impuridades.
Uh-huh.
And maybe that's why they use a cheesecloth.
Yeah.
But it's not like, it's just like como like ya, como la crema a veces que se seca y tienes
Oh,
como un
sí, little
pedacito
bumps.
sequito,
Yeah.
like that. But if you just kind of massage it in your hands and put it on your skin,
Se deshace?
se deshace. But I've definitely, I mean, I've had a lot of people buy some. A lot of people at work, and then I actually saw a video yesterday that was like, if you're starting your own business, don't expect your family to be your customers. And I was like, speak for yourself. My family has been like the biggest supporters, and like from the beginning.
Yeah.
Shout out to Karina, my tio's wife, if you watch this,
Your
fiance.
tía.
My tia Karina, who is my age, my uncle's fiance. Um, she was like, she didn't even, she was, well, she was my second customer. Shout out to Ivan, my coworker. He didn't even, lo llevé un día al trabajo and I had been putting it on my knuckles because they would get really dry. Ya ves que se te secan no,
Mhm.
no estás lado y lado las manos. And he was like, ¿qué es eso? And I was like, girl. I was like, try it. I made it at home. And he was like, he kept asking me for some. And I would look at him and he was like, pues ya te dije que me hagas uno y te lo compro. So I made some and I sold him and Karina were my first customers and Cookie, my other uncle's girlfriend. Um, they didn't even question it. They were like, hell yeah, we'll buy some from you. I was like, girl, speak for yourself. My family has been my biggest supporter.
Mhm. Yeah, and me with your cakes.
Yeah. Also cakes, yeah. Yolanda's been buying all the cakes lately, yeah. But
Just two.
but I feel like it's that's the thing is like finding out easier ways to do it yourself because when I
Mhm.
was working, it was hard to keep up
Yeah.
with like I like now I've been baking my own cookies at home instead of like and
Buying them.
instead of like buying pan and stuff, I've been like baking cookies or different kinds or de repente hago empanadas or to like still satisfy that, but you have to make sure another thing I saw today is this guy talking. You have to make sure that the flour is like not bleached and not enriched. So it has to
Mm.
be just flour, organic. But a whole other thing, but yeah.
A whole other conversation for another, although we already did half of the conversation on this podcast.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel like it's a couple
It's a whole other vibe,
yeah.
maybe.
It's a whole other conversation. Like it's so many things we could get into, but yeah, I think that's it for today.
That's it for today. Yeah.
All right.
Hope you guys enjoy it and you listen to
Yeah.
our blabber.
Our conversations are interesting, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. And we're all over the place, I know, but it's just kind of like what we always talk about. I feel like every time we get together, we always just go off on everything.
And that's what like the beauty of this is that you can have these conversations with like-minded people
Yeah.
and it's understanding each other. Y no siempre, como siempre decimos, our pensamientos no alinean exactamente, pero nos podemos entender y se siente bonito poder compartir these topics with somebody who understands them and who isn't just looking at you like, girl, you crazy. But yeah.
All right.
I think that's it for today.
We'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.